Marvel fans have been waiting for the X-Men in the MCU since 2019, when it became official that the X-Men were coming back from Fox to Marvel Studios proper. And new leaks about Deadpool 3 give us a possible look at how Kevin Feige is going to take the Fox X-Men from the past and use them to establish his new X-Men in the MCU 616 universe. And oh man, I think this could be absolutely incredible. Smash a freaking like on this video and let's begin. Okay, so this is going to have to be treated as rumor slash theory for now, but I think I'm going to present a pretty compelling case as to why this is probably going to be the direction that Kevin Feige is going to go with the mutants. What is the mutants, you say? Well, this is the first official slash non-official X-Men slash mutant movie that is going to happen in the MCU. This was first leaked out in 2021 by the Illuminati. It was later referenced in different articles by the Hollywood trades. Even though we haven't seen a lot of Kevin Feige's plan for the X-Men in the MCU, they clearly have had one. As even in 2019, when talking about the mutants on stage, Kevin Feige was later asked by reporters, like, what did you mean when you said mutants instead of X-Men? He said we use them interchangeably, but I think that was actually a slip.
No time left to talk about mutants.
And you name dropped Fantastic Four, but you only referred to the X-Men as, quote, mutants. And I'm curious, are you guys not looking to go the route of a traditional X-Men titled movie for those characters?
Mutants and X-Men are interchangeable. I just said mutants. But yes, whatever we do will be quite different than what's been done before.
When he said the mutants, I think he was literally referring to the project, to the movie, to this thing that was leaked in 2021, a movie called The Mutants. And we also know, of course, that Feige has been introducing the mutants slowly in the MCU. He recently introduced Namor as being a mutant. He made Kamala Khan a mutant and even put the friggin' X-Men theme behind that part of her show. He brought back Charles Xavier as the leader of the mutants and played that sweet riff again. And Hugh Jackman was officially announced to be returning to the role of Wolverine for Deadpool 3. On top of that, and I might do a whole video on this, but we had heard that Feige's plan was to give justice to the Fox X-Men all the way through Secret Wars, and this would happen before he really established the X-Men of the 616 universe. All of that information was out there before, but again, this new plot leak for Deadpool 3 ties a lot of that information together. And again, let's take this with a grain of salt. We don't even know for sure that the recent Deadpool 3 leak is an accurate one. There are a ton of plot leaks about Deadpool 3 flying around the internet, but I strongly feel this new one is probably correct, and here's why it matters for the Mutants movie. Apparently at the end of that movie, a variant of Wolverine played by Hugh Jackman is going to come into the 616 universe, our proper Marvel universe. And from there, apparently he's going to go out there and look for the mutants in the 616. And so basically, guys, what I think the Mutants movie is going to be is this huge film where Hugh Jackman Wolverine goes around the 616 Marvel universe and recruits the different mutants together. And I think this would be perfect for many different reasons. I mean, number one, you have the most popular X-Men ever in Wolverine, and you have Hugh Jackman, the most popular person to ever play that character. He played that character for almost 20 years. I think it's gonna be beyond 20 years now with him coming back. And also, like, almost immediately when Hugh Jackman was confirmed to return, people were talking about how his deal was multi-picture. Now, we had assumed that was gonna end up being Secret Wars, and it probably still will be. But if he has a multi-picture deal, if he signed something big with Marvel Studios, and if Deadpool 3 is going to be as important as I think it is, I think it just makes sense to just keep Hugh Jackman Wolverine around. I mean, that's bankable. From the business perspective in Hollywood, it almost wouldn't matter at all what else you put in that movie. You put in Hugh Jackman Wolverine, he's going around in the Marvel Studios 616 universe recruiting mutants. Brilliant. Another reason I think it's so damn cool is because it could use this Fox X-Men version of Wolverine to set up the new Wolverine and to also get all of these mutants ready for the multiversal conflict of Secret Wars and some of the crazy stuff that's going on. Deadpool 3 seems to be really important to establishing incursions and the future of the multiverse and different players in the game of worlds. Mainly, what different groups of heroes from old Fox X-Men movies will be coming back for Secret Wars. So this would frame the recruiting of these different mutants in the 616 and their whole mission completely differently. It would allow an older version of Wolverine to impart wisdom on what kind of struggles the mutants are going to be facing in their world. I also think this would just be a temporary stay for Hugh Jackman's Wolverines. Likely after the events of Secret Wars, he will be gone, making some sacrifice, or maybe going back to a different universe. So it actually might allow this transitional period to work functionally for the audience. Like, we're going to be able to understand that and love that and accept Wolverine, Hugh Jackman Wolverine, as a part of the building of the X-Men in 616, while also allowing that character to develop further from the place that he was in the Fox universe. And when you go back to what Kevin Feige was saying in 2019, he said, whatever we do is going to be very different from what you've seen before. And it feels like this brilliant way to take a potential problem for your new X-Men franchise, and that is that they're constantly going to be compared to the Fox X-Men that people really, really liked. You take that problem and you turn it into a solution. You're going to literally have one of those X-Men mentor the new X-Men, giving them this incredible connection. And oh man, it's also going to allow freaking Hugh Jackman Wolverine to be hanging out with other awesome Marvel characters. Like, what if we see him interacting with Tom Holland's Spider-Man? That's incredible. We knew we were probably going to get that in Secret Wars, but what if we get that in other movies? Seeing him interact with Namor, seeing him interact with Hulk. There's even potential for an actual Hulk Wolverine fight in the MCU. Brilliant. And guys, this even potentially puts Hugh Jackman Wolverine and maybe some other mutants in play for the Kang Dynasty. I mean, Logan himself has literally been an Avenger before. In fact, in Avengers vs. X-Men, strangely, Logan is fighting on the side of the Avengers, not the X-Men. And you get that kind of a setup, you get that kind of fan service, you get that kind of star power. I mean, it's something that Marvel Studios really badly needs at this moment. And so, look, man, I don't know how we arrived at this place. And again, it's still just a rumor for now, but it's possible that Hugh Jackman, one of the guys that sort of started this whole thing, that just made Marvel really work back in the day with those X-Men movies, might be coming back at a crucial time for Marvel Studios to really help carry the load as we get to Secret Wars. I, as a fan, would absolutely love this. I think it would be brilliant and it would really help Marvel Studios out. But I'm really curious as to what you think about this. Do you think this is real? Do you think it would be awesome? Or do you think maybe we should just say goodbye to Hugh Jackman Wolverine? You let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Smash like on this video if you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions about this rumor / theory or anything else nerdy going on in the world, come on by the live streaming channel. We stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. You can ask me anything that's on your mind live.